Hello everybody and welcome to a new series that I'm starting on this channel called Rapper Rankings. Now if you don't know who I am, my name is Crypt. I am a rapper myself. I'm from the boroughs of Kentucky, you should probably try to duck me. Got a plot way to go ahead and touch me. Cause my world can get bloody so thorough when I hunt the whole world gonna be searching looking for me. And in these videos I plan to look at a plethora of different rap albums from some of our favorite rappers out there and order the songs on those albums in order of my listening preference. And I thought what better way to start than with Eminem's Curtain Call 2, which just released this last weekend. Now obviously this video idea has tons of room for growth, so if you guys have any suggestions, if you have any albums that you want me to take a look at, please drop them down in the comments. And last but not least, this is my personal opinion. This is not written in gold, this is just me. So with that being said, Eminem's Curtain Call 2 has 35 tracks on it, and it consists of music from Eminem's Relapse era all the way up into current day Eminem. Since there are 35 songs, I won't talk into crazy detail and depth about every single song like I plan to for the normal album length videos, but let's give this a try. Eminem's Curtain Call 2, the greatest hits. Coming in at number 35, I have Rap God, the Mr. Seal remix, not the OG. I like the idea that they try to do with this song, create a brand new instrumental around the original verse. It gives a little bit different sound to the song, but it's essentially having two of the same songs with just different beats. So I feel like 35 is a pretty obvious spot for this one. Number 34, I have Nowhere Fast. Now this is a song that I was genuinely surprised to see on here. I did a prediction video and this was nowhere even close to my top 40 or top 50. It's from Revival and I just do not like the way that Eminem sounds on Revival. It's not the topics per se that everybody has the issues with. For me, it's literally the emphasis that he puts on his voice, the inflection, it all just sounds unnatural and forced. It just does not sound good to me. At number 33, I have From the D to the LBC. This is one of the more recent songs on here and it's an awesome idea of a collaboration between Eminem and Snoop Dogg, but I just feel like Snoop was trying to rap in a way that he is not comfortable with, and it just does not feel like a Snoop Dogg verse that I would like to hear with an Eminem collaboration. At number 32, I have Farewell. I believe this is from Music to Be Murdered By Side A. Might be side B, but it is from that tape. Again, another one that I did not even have on my radar as being on this Greatest Hits album. I don't necessarily hate the song, I just don't feel like it should be on the Greatest Hits album. There's some other songs I would have rather seen be on here than Farewell. At number 31, I have Nat. Now this was probably gonna be an unpopular opinion. Nat was the lead single off of Music to Be Murdered By, and everybody went crazy off of this because it was a surprise album drop. The music video was really cool, but I don't like the way that he inflects his voice on this. I was all about the song at first when I first reacted to it because I was really focusing on punchlines and bars like I do in most of my reactions. But when I just sit back and listen to the song, it's just not really a replayable song for me in my ears. At number 30, I have Is This Love with 50 Cent, produced by Dr. Dre, 2009 in quotations. This is the brand new song that was promised off of the album, and it's a catchy little song, but there's just entirely way too much spelling of words in the raps from Eminem and 50 Cent both. It was kind of weird. I'm all for putting brand new songs on the Greatest Hits albums because When I'm Gone was released on the last Greatest Hits, and I think that's one of Eminem's greatest songs ever. So I was kind of hoping for one of those classic moments to happen again right here, but Is This Love will not stand the test of time, I personally don't think. At number 29, I have Darkness. Darkness without the music video just does not do it for me like it does with the visuals attached to the song. When they're both combined, it's one of Eminem's greatest pieces of work, I feel like, but when it's just a song by itself, I don't find myself playing it over and over again. At number 28, I have You're Never Over. I think I'm just not a huge fan of how Eminem sounds on this hook right here. It's very screechy, and it's just one of those songs that I don't particularly care for. On to number 27, I have Kings Never Die. This one for me is partially because I've never been a huge fan of Gwen Stefani's voice. I don't necessarily know why. I think it's just because I immediately think of Holla Back Girl every time I hear her voice. But nonetheless, this is a great motivational type song, and you'll see a lot of these on here where Eminem has these mainstream sounding, super motivational songs, and I just think this isn't the best of those that he has made. At number 26, I have The Monster with Rihanna. This is just so mainstream, and this was beat into my brain over and over and over again growing up. I heard this everywhere, from the Walmart loudspeakers to baseball games, the radio, it was everywhere. And I think I'm honestly just so sick and tired of the Eminem Rihanna collaborations because I've heard them so much. I will say though, Eminem has very memorable verses on both of the collaborations that they have on this Greatest Hits album. This is just my least favorite of those two. At number 25, I have one of his newer songs from the Elvis soundtrack, The King and I with CeeLo Green. I absolutely love this song for some reason. The hook just sounds amazing. Eminem's voice going in with the tones and the melodies of the beat just sounds incredible. And the blue suede shoes sample was just amazing. I don't know. I like Elvis. I'm named after him. At 24, we have Survival. And again, this is another one of those mainstream motivational type of songs that M made. And I like the song. I don't really have much to say about it. That just kind of goes to show you what I think about the songs above it. At number 23, I have River with Ed Sheeran. Absolutely love Ed Sheeran's voice on this, and I genuinely like the collaborations between Ed Sheeran and Eminem. I think they have 3 now. But again, this is from Revival, and Eminem is doing that thing with his voice that I just do not like, and it knocks it a lot of points down for me. Number 22, I have 3 AM. This is a song that if you ask me one day, it could be in my top 10 from this album. You ask me the next day, it's in my bottom 5. So I figured I would just toss it somewhere right in the middle and be done with it. The music video is really cool with this, but just, I don't know, sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. At 21, I think we have the first installment from Kamikaze on here with Venom. I am not a fan of the Venom hook, despite how catchy it is, but the verses on Venom are absolutely incredible. Breaking into the top 20 with number 20, we have BERZERK. This is M working with Rick Rubin again with the Stroke sample. And I remember everybody freaking out about this. I believe this was the lead single for Marshall Mathers LP2. Eminem dyed his hair blonde again. He had the white t-shirt. He was bringing Slim Shady back. There's some stuff about the song that I'm not too crazy about, but it is a fun song. Number 19, I have Won't Back Down with Pink. And this is one of my more favorite motivational mainstream type of songs that he has made, and Pink just sounds phenomenal on this hook. The verses are insane, and as soon as those guitars come in when the song starts, man, just stop what you're doing, listen to the song. And number 18, I have Lighters with Bruno Mars and Royce da 5'9" from Bad Meets Evil. Not even gonna lie to you guys, I did not know that this was an Eminem song. This is another case that I heard this song growing up so much everywhere, Bruno Mars's hook for Lighters, and I think it always stopped whenever M or Royce was about to rap, so I never really knew that it was quote unquote an Eminem song. But once I take a step back and listen to the verses on them, I like them. Number 17, the other Eminem Rihanna collab on here, Love the Way You Lie. I simply just think Eminem's verse on this is better than it was on the Monster. It means a little bit more, and it's just got some very quotable lines that people still say to this day. Number 16, I have a dark horse on here with Best Friend with YELAWOLF. I thought that this was a YELAWOLF song. I didn't realize that this was an Eminem YELAWOLF primary collaboration. This is one of the very few songs that I've ever heard Eminem openly express and talk about his faith, and I just thought it was really awesome. YELAWOLF does a very good job at keeping a nice, cool hook and just keeping you focused on the message of the song. At number 15, we have Higher, which is probably one of my favorite songs from the Music to Be Murdered By series. The first time I saw this was through a UFC trailer, and it just amped it up to 11 for me. I really like these type of songs that Eminem makes. I think he's just super good at it. At number 14, we have Not Afraid, arguably one of Eminem's biggest songs ever. I believe it has over 1 billion views on YouTube. It has over 1 billion streams. I know this is more of like the most mainstream M has ever been, but I did a reaction to this not too long ago, and there are so many punchlines, double entendres, flips, a lot of really cool stuff hidden in this song that people don't really take the time to listen for. Therefore, it bumped it up a lot for me. At number 13, we have another installment from Kamikaze with Fall. And I personally think that Pissed Off Eminem is the best Eminem, which might be why I like Kamikaze a lot more than most people. But he sounds super inspired on this. The wordplay is as magnificent as ever, and it's definitely a staple from Kamikaze. At number 12, this will shake some feathers. I have Walk on Water with Beyonce. This is the opening song from Revival that absolutely everybody shit on, and I don't know why. His voice doesn't sound like he does on the rest of Revival with the weird inflection, and he is literally opening up his entire chest and his heart and his soul, spilling out everything, and I think it's one of his more meaningful songs he's ever made. Not to mention, Beyonce sounds incredible on the hook. And last but not least, at number 11, before we break into the top 10, I have Headlights. This is another song that I've always been back and forth on. I absolutely love the message and M talking directly to his mother, saying that it's his dad that he's really been pissed off at this whole time. It shouldn't have been his mom. There's just not a lot of Eminem songs like this, and it's truly one of a kind. Breaking the top 10, at number 10, I have Crack a Bottle with 50 Cent and Dr. Dre. Dre's production with Eminem is just classic as always, and as soon as this beat comes on, you just kind of want to throw your hands up and listen to the song. It's incredible. At number 9, I have my favorite motivational mainstream type of song from Eminem with Phenomenal. When I first heard this with Southpaw, oh my God. I played the absolute shit out of the song. The hook sounds like an Eminem hook, but it doesn't sound like anything that he's ever done before. It's a very strange sounding hook that just does it for me. Verses are super memorable, the guitars, everything just works for me. At number 8, I have the original OG Rap God. This was monumental for Eminem's career and his resurgence. I remember this song being everywhere, and it kind of was the first time we'd ever heard him really try to go super fast on a song. Granted, it hasn't really stood the test of time that much with the words that he used in the fast part, but nonetheless, it's a 6.5 minute song and he just goes absolutely nuts the entire time. At number 7, another one from Kamikaze, I have Lucky You with Joyner Lucas. I remember seeing Joyner on the song and instantly just fanned out because I've been supporting Joyner since nobody really knew about him for a very long time. And finally seeing him work with Eminem was just a dream come true. The song worked super well, music video was fun, they worked amazingly, chemistry there, just good song. At number 6, from Music to Be Murdered By, we have GODZILLA with Juice WRLD. Tons of punchlines from Eminem in this. His voice sounds super assertive, and Juice WRLD did an absolutely incredible job on this hook. Not to mention, we got the fast part at the end that everybody talks about, including myself, which I think is a better fast verse than the Rap God fast verse. Starting up our top 5, at number 5, I have Spacebound. Such an incredible song, a very unique sounding Eminem song, and it's just very fun to put on and listen to. At number 4, I have Fast Lane with Royce the 5'9". Eminem and Royce rapping back and forth just absolutely works. Punchlines are just abundant everywhere, and there is so much nostalgia with this song for me. Number 3, Cinderella Man. Much like Spacebound, it's a very unique sounding Eminem song that there's just not one quite like it. The opening to the song is so awesome. The stomps, the claps, the singing. It is a top 10 Eminem song of all time for me. At number 2, we have No Love with Lil Wayne. Arguably a perfect song. The collaboration between Eminem and Lil Wayne has always been more than spectacular, and this is no different. One of Eminem's greatest verses I've ever heard him rap before. Lil Wayne with the slow punchlines. One of the most memorable hooks ever. A very relatable song. This is just works. And finally, number 1, what I personally think is the best song on Curtain Call 2 is Beautiful. This is some of the most raw emotion that you will ever get from Eminem. The concert sounding hook in the beginning and at parts of the song. This entire song is absolutely perfect in my eyes, and I think it is one of Eminem's top 3, if not his best song he's ever made. But that will conclude my ranking of Curtain Call 2. Please drop your rankings down below in the comments. I would love to see everybody else's. Again, this is just my opinion, guys. My ears are way different than yours. But thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you guys are not. I plan to do a ton of these ranking videos. And if you want to check my music out at the end, I will play it on the end card if you want to listen to some of my music. That would be dope. But yeah, until next time, it has been your boy Crypt, and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Here I go, cause it's all I know, and there's comfort in being. If my heart had wings, I'd fly away far, far from the light, cause I like the dark. If my heart had wings, cause in the dark all those mirrors don't shine, and I never have to look myself in the eyes. If my